Hey there, speedsters. It's your favorite blue blur Sonic. Today, I'm swapping running shoes for a racing wheel and showing off my skills in this awesome kart racing game. But you know me, racing always reminds me of my wild adventures. Speaking of which, let me tell you about the time I had the craziest race of my life. Spoiler alert, it involved Tails, Knuckles, and a whole lot of mud. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. It all started on a sunny day in Green Hill Zone. I was chilling by the beach enjoying the perfect chili dog. The breeze was just right, and I was thinking, this is the life. Suddenly, Tails zooms in with his new invention, a supersonic kart. He's like, Sonic, you gotta try this. And how could I say no? It had flames painted on the side. But then Knuckles shows up, and you know how competitive he gets. So, Tails starts bragging about his fancy kart. He added boosters, wings, and even a built-in popcorn maker. Yeah, a popcorn maker. Knuckles wasn't impressed, though. He just cracked his knuckles and said, I don't need fancy gadgets. My strength is all I need. Typical Knux, right? Me? I just knew I was going to win. Speed is what I do best, after all. The race started and bam! I zoomed ahead like a lightning bolt. Or so I thought. Tails hit his boosters and flew over a hill, and Knuckles was right on my tail, yelling, you're too slow. But then came the first curve, a sharp left. Guess who didn't see it coming? Yours truly. I spun out, and Knuckles roared past me, laughing like a maniac. The track took us straight into a jungle. There were vines hanging everywhere, mud pits, and even a rickety old bridge. Tails was showing off flying over the bridge with his boosters, but then, out of nowhere, he smacked right into a beehive. You should have seen his face when the bees started chasing him. Priceless. Meanwhile, Knuckles thought he'd take a shortcut through a swamp. Bad move, buddy. He got stuck in the mud, and by the time he got out, he looked like a walking mud monster. I couldn't stop laughing, but I had to focus. The race wasn't over yet. While Tails was dodging bees and Knuckles was covered in mud, I found my rhythm. I zipped past them, using every twist and turn to my advantage. But then, the track threw another curveball. Literally! It was a spiral hill covered in slippery moss. I skidded like crazy, barely holding on. Knuckles caught up and tried to muscle me off the track. Classic Knux. I managed to stay ahead, but then I heard this loud thud. Turns out, Knuckles had smashed through a tree to make his own shortcut. Can you believe that guy? And Tails? He was still dealing with those bees. He shouted, I think they like the popcorn. I almost fell off the track laughing. It was the last stretch. Tails had finally shaken off the bees. Knuckles was barreling through like a bulldozer, and I was in the lead. But then, bam! A seagull swooped down and landed right on my head. I swerved all over the place, trying to shake it off. Knuckles zoomed past me, shouting, thanks for the assist. Oh, I was fuming, but I wasn't giving up that easily. It was the last stretch. Tails had finally shaken off the bees, Knuckles was barreling through like a bulldozer, and I was in the lead. But then, bam! A seagull swooped down and landed right on my head. I swerved all over the place trying to shake it off. Knuckles zoomed past me, shouting, thanks for the assist. Oh, I was fuming, but I wasn't giving up that easily. So, what's the lesson here, kids? First, always keep your cool, even when there's a seagull on your head. Second, never underestimate your friends, no matter how wacky their plans are. And finally, racing is about having fun, win or lose. Unless you're me, then it's all about winning. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me today. Time for a chili dog. Catch you later, speedsters. So you won't be so bored watching me play, so I'll tell you another little story. But in return, you'll give me a like, okay? It all started when Knuckles was guarding the Master Emerald. Like always, the guy takes his job way too seriously. I figured, why not loosen him up a bit? So I grabbed a bunch of fake bugs, rubber spiders, beetles, you name it, and scattered them around the shrine. I even hid a toy snake in the grass for extra effect. It was foolproof.
What's this? An intruder? He starts freaking out, punching the air like there's an invisible enemy. I'm hiding behind a rock, trying not to laugh.
But then things got messy. Knuckles spots the toy snake and goes full-on battle mode. He picks it up, yells, "You won't take the emerald," and throws it right at me. I didn't even have time to dodge. Bam! Snake to the face. I'm rolling on the ground, laughing and trying to explain it's just a prank. But Knuckles? Oh no, he's already chasing me down the hill. I'm zigzagging through the trees, yelling, "It was a joke, Knux!" Meanwhile, he's shouting, "You think this is funny?" I thought he'd never stop. By the time we reached Tails' workshop, I was out of breath, and Knuckles was still fuming. Tails had to step in and calm him down. Turns out, Knuckles actually thought the bugs were real. Who knew he had a thing about creepy crawlies? So moral of the story, maybe don't prank the guy with fists the size of boulders. Anyway, that's it for now. Catch you next time, speedsters, and remember, keep it fast and fun. That will be the end of my stories for today. If you liked it, be sure to write about it in the comments.